And welcome to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast, where we try hard. I'm your pal Alan.
I'm Rapid Dave.
And Rapid Dave as always, and we're back. We still got to wait a little while before fantasy football season starts.
Yeah,
but
draft's next month.
Combine's going on right now.
Yeah,
That's going on right now. The draft is almost a month. It's in April.
Yeah.
We're a couple days short of March, but we're here to talk some fantasy football. We're here to talk football running back free agents. That's just words.
You're doing great.
But there's 10. I'm going to go through the 10 biggest free agents out there right now for the running back position. Do any of these names do anything for you? Does it matter depending on like what team that they're going to land on, things like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Sound good?
It'd be nice and quick. Little bit of fun.
Number 10, Zach Moss.
No.
Nothing for you.
Not at
Not
all.
even a wiggle. I mean, he's no, not really.
You know, he was a great backup. He was the perfect handcuff to have last year. Right. Because Taylor was out for the first 4 weeks. He was on the pup. And then he also missed a couple more games.
Right.
So, but he was an automatic fill in. And he pretty much filled in perfectly where he might have won you that week.
Yeah.
I mean, he had great points, especially in PPR.
PPR, right? That's a PPR guy, but you're depending. He's not going to be the number one guy anywhere.
No, he's a handcuff, but right. I don't think he'll ever be number one. But
depending on the situation, like if he ends up in a situation where you truly have a split backfield, and he's definitely going to be like a third down back, possibly. But
depends how deep your league is too.
Right.
Like if you're in a 14-team league, he's starting every week.
Yeah.
No matter where he goes.
Number 9, AJ Dillon.
Man, he was him near a starter, and he's great in Green Bay. I don't even know
he did all right this last year.
That's what I'm saying. Him and Aaron Jones, they really complemented one another, and they both were absolutely playable. And especially, like I said, 12-team league, you're starting him. I mean, hell, even smaller team league. I mean, every week he could have fell in the end zone and got you a little action.
Yeah.
And
catching passes out of the backfield.
But as far as reaching or something like that, I mean, so he does a little something for me. But
depending on the situation.
Yeah, it's going to be situational for sure. And if he's going to get that starting role, he's a big boy. He is
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's a bowling ball.
It depends on where he goes. It really does. And kind of how he looks. If he goes to a situation where he's having a battle, okay, maybe not so much. Maybe you pick him up for maybe later on in the year because he has proven to be pretty durable over the last couple seasons. Yeah. So if you're dealing with a situation where your number one guy is injury prone, like you filled this, Aaron Jones missed a ton of time this last year, and he filled in great for him, right?
Yeah.
So a situational type thing. Devin Singletary at number 8.
I like him. I liked him when he was in Buffalo. I liked him down in Houston. Boy, he was the guy. He got it done towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends where he lands, what kind of team they're on. He was primarily the pass catching back up in Buffalo, and then they're like, "Hey, this guy's pretty good. We're gonna let him run some routes, but we're also gonna hand it off to him and let it, pound a little bit." And plus, what's his name? Pierce was hurt quite a bit. Then when he came back, he pretty much lost his role.
Yeah.
So he did quite well. So depending on where he is, what kind of system they're running in, and how many running backs are in the stable, I would keep an eye on him for sure. Like he does.
If he re-signs with Houston, I think I like that.
Oh, I'm leaning
right?
in him.
Because CJ Stroud did show a tendency to go to him and has some trust in him.
Got good hand speed.
Yeah.
He's breaking tackles and stuff like that, making players miss. So he can get it done.
Okay.
Yep.
Number 7, J.K. Dobbins.
Every what do you hear every spring, or not every spring, every June, July, or August?
He's healthier than he's ever been.
And then what happens in the first week? Yep, there you go.
And then he's hurt.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with me. He's very injury prone. There's a reason why he's a free agent and why Baltimore's wasn't trying to sign him, because the guy can't stay healthy.
Yeah, and he was trying to negotiate again last year. He's like, I want to get paid. Like, you haven't been on the field but like 6 games.
Play 3 games and we'll talk.
Yeah, right. He's absolutely untouchable, and not to mention he's probably going to be injured by the time the season starts, because he has been. It's not like I'm being mean about it or anything like that. It's just he has been hurt more times before the season starts, and bad things happen to Baltimore running backs in the preseason. It's crazy. But he's absolutely untouchable. I don't even know. if he's healthy getting into the league, starting the season, and you're at your draft, and you're like, when do I take him? Like, 14th round flyer.
I don't want to take him.
I don't want.
He's one of those guys I want someone else to
Yeah,
take.
yeah.
Right.
Help me. Help me. Help me.
You hope one of your friends drafts him so you don't have to face that decision at some point in time during the draft.
Mhm.
You're just like, just come on, take him.
Yeah.
You're in your buddy's ear going, hey, J.K. Dobbins is healthier than ever this year.
Healthier than ever. Oh God. Yeah. I'm avoiding him.
I don't want to touch him. Number 6, DeAndre Swift.
I mean, he did all right in Philly, and he had some bursts early in the season, then flatlined, and then had a little bit more towards the end. But he keeps landing on teams that have like 50 running backs, right? And then they don't utilize him very well, or the team goes in a massive slump. Like the Eagles fell off the face of the map.
But he also doesn't. My thing with Swift is he doesn't do anything to separate himself from the other running backs.
Yeah.
Right. He just doesn't there seems to be some sort of like a drive issue with him. Like, because 2 years ago, when the Lions were on Hard Knocks, the Lions were all about him.
Mm-hmm.
Deuce Staley, the running backs coach, is like, dude, this guy has got it. He's special. But he would just go out there and he just wasn't that.
So even
and
on
Staley
team,
was always like, hey, dude, you got to hit this. You got to. He's like, oh man, he just never could get it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got a lot of hate.
I did. Because he had one great game. He careered, and then everyone's like, oh, you're awful. I'm like, dude, careered. Okay.
Yeah. He had the game of his life.
But yeah, I'm way down in the draft on him. Maybe he's like my 4th running back, 5th running back, right?
I could see that happening. Like if he's still there that late, I'm like, yeah, I'll pick him.
And depending on the team and the situation, because again, he's shown if you've got other capable running backs there, he doesn't do. He shies away from the competition. Yeah. Like the Lions, before the Lions signed, they draft Gibbs, and he's like, trade me.
Yeah,
trade me. I want out of here. You're afraid of a little competition?
Apparently.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Trade me to Philly, where they have even more running backs than you guys have.
Mm-hmm.
So, number 5, Austin Eckler.
Man, I love Austin Eckler.
Same here.
And I don't know. I think it was just the Chargers this year that was just so terrible. Herbert had a terrible year. He was hurt halfway. He hurt his finger or whatever it was halfway through the year. But yeah, I think if he's on the right team, he can get it done. He can absolutely get it done. But he is aging. And this is where, I took him first round, and it hurt me in some leagues, but I won a couple.
He did okay.
He did all right, but man, not the production I'm used to from him. I think he's getting a little bit old. He is still getting hurt a little bit. It depends on what team he goes to and how he's showcased out there. But PPR, he's still going to be catching passes and getting things done.
And he's a touchdown machine too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. At least that's how they used him in LA.
Right. And I wouldn't be surprised if they end up re-signing him there. Getting a good deal.
I don't
because they do want to run the ball there.
Yeah. Why not keep the guy in? He's been there forever. Just you know what I mean? What are you going to do? Go get another running back or somewhere? Take a chance? Draft one?
I mean, you've got Josh Kelly out there that they've been waiting to take over.
Well, Kelly's only good when he's a backup. He's not starting. Yeah. When he gets to starting, 1 point. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, it's going to depend on where he lands, but more likely than not, I am going to like him this year.
Yeah.
But more along the lines of he's not going to be my first running back that I'll draft, like he has been over the last several years.
Yeah.
He would definitely be one of the first ones that I would go ahead and take. I'm probably looking at him more like a 3rd running back,
and he won't be there.
So
yeah, he won't be there for that.
Tony Pollard.
I don't know what to think about him. I really don't. I think the Cowboys, they got to re-sign him, right? I mean, who else?
They're letting him go.
Well, they got what's his name?
Well, they're probably going to sign one of these guys that's coming up.
Yeah,
we got 3 guys left, but what's
that little guy's name? Is it the Deuce?
Deuce Vaughn. They talked him up so much, and then he didn't see the field during the season.
Yeah, I don't know where Pollard would go. They talk about him, several teams, but I mean, if he gets onto a team that he's always been second fiddle, right?
Like, but that's where he exceeds.
Change of pace,
right?
Yeah,
he was real great when Elliott would go out there and pound on the defensive line for 3 quarters, and then when they were tired, you throw Pollard in there, and all of a sudden he looks awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
That's because they're tired and you're fresh.
Yeah.
You've been sitting over there sipping on Gatorade, riding on a stationary bike to stay loose. Like,
I do like him though. He's a good player and he is dynamic. But you're right. It's like he
he's
was
not the guy.
He was the complimentary back.
Yeah.
So as far as him going somewhere, I don't see me drafting him unless he gets on like a crazy team, a crazy offensive team. But
like if the Chiefs signed him, okay.
No, because Pacheco's the guy out there. That crazy dude.
Yeah, but
he runs like a lunatic.
But they've shown that they'll use Pacheco for the first two downs.
They bring in McKinnon,
and then if you're going to bring in a Tony Pollard for the third downs, I'm in on that.
They'd have to get rid of McKinnon and CEH out there. Then I would be in, because then you don't know who the hell's coming in the game.
Yeah.
But if they sign him and they pay him the money, it would be him.
Pay that man his money.
Yeah, it would be him.
Number 3, Derrick Henry.
And I heard about him going to like Miami today. And I was like, yeah, put him down there with 5 other running backs, Mostert and A-Chain and whoever else.
Who are all
you know,
incredibly fast, right? The thing I see a lot with Derrick Henry is with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But I just think I was down
that?
I was down on Derrick Henry last year, and he didn't really he was
He's on a terrible team.
He's on a terrible team, but he also had like a huge usage the year before. Yeah. And everything shows. If you have as many, you think he had over like 400 touches. You have over 400 touches in the season, your next year is going to be shit.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Now we're on the next year after that. So
right.
He should be kind of fresh. But he is getting older. He does get hurt almost every year where he misses a handful of games. If he goes to a good team, like seriously, if he goes to if he goes to Dallas, dude, that big old dude is he's going to be a touchdown magnet. He's going to be getting 1 TD a game. I guarantee it. They're going to feed him like they used to do with Zeke. You know what I mean? And
well, I don't think he has that in him anymore.
He's still big.
He's still big, but I don't think he has that usage in him.
No, I'm talking touchdowns.
I think you're looking at 10 to 12 touches a game.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Then why sign him? Because he wants I'm sure he wants a pretty good contract. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right.
He's getting older.
Yeah. All right. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Number 2, Josh Jacobs.
He's had flashes. He's been all right. He gets hurt. Where would he go? Where would he land? That I think that it would be something where I would pick him up. I just don't draft. I don't draft him. I don't know if it was because he was on the Raiders or, he was just ranked really high last year where I didn't get a chance to get him again on the come around. But I don't know what team he goes to where I'm like, yeah, I want that guy. Maybe the Raiders or the where Austin Eckler just left,
the Chargers. Maybe
over there, because over there, I bet you he can flourish.
Yeah, I'm just down on him. I don't like. I just don't think he's that great.
Yeah,
he had a good year a couple seasons ago, but again, over 400 touches, right? And after you have that 400 touch mark, you're just kind of like,
he wasn't bad this year. He wasn't bad.
Wasn't
this year.
Good. Yeah. And then number 1, Mr. Saquon Barkley, which is another guy that's rumored that could end up here in Dallas.
Yeah.
This is he's still young. He's been on a garbage team.
Terrible team.
They
overpaid their quarterback. They got hurt immediately.
The thing, right? They either had to pay Barkley or pay.
Well, they made the wrong decision, didn't they?
They paid Danny Dimes, and they paid Danny Dimes.
I mean, maybe he comes out and slings it this year. Maybe.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Especially because he isn't going to have Saquon. Like, he was good the year before because he had Saquon there running the ball, taking all the pressure off of him, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to have Saquon there. Who knows who's going to be the running back there?
Is it Gallman? He's still there?
I don't know
who the hell's there.
Is that guy even still in the league? I don't know.
I think what hurts Saquon is his durability and things like that. Like he is very, very durable, but he does get hurt quite a bit. Like that ankle, right? That ankle's always a problem, and he will miss a couple games. But if he gets on a team like he was with New York, as far as like the usage, the overall usage of him has always made him such a great pick, and especially in PPR leagues because he does catch the ball out of the backfield. Now, here recently, I think this past year, the year before, they slowed that down a little bit. They brought in a different back to catch out of the backfield and stuff like that. But I think that was just to rest him. So that they lose. They made the playoffs 2 years ago. They didn't make it this year.
Tommy Cutlets couldn't cut it.
Couldn't get it. I like him too. I like Tommy DeVito and his family. They're wild as hell. And it's like, yeah, here we go. But
well, that was because you spent most of the time thinking he was related to Danny DeVito. Yeah. And I was like, he's not. You're like, what?
That's Danny DeVito. But with Saquon, it's another tough year. We'll see where he goes. And
I think he's going to end up. Again, he's a free agent, so he gets to choose.
They didn't talk about franchising him again.
They ain't going to franchise him.
No,
again.
You got to get top 3.
That's going to be.
It's a lot of dough.
Yeah, because they franchised him last year. That second year is.
That's right. That's right.
You got to pay.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to end up on a good squad, on a good team, and
someone's going to pay. I mean, not top dollar.
But he's gonna make some decent money. But he's gonna go to a team that's got a chance to win. I don't see him going, hey, you know what? Let me go over here to Carolina and we're gonna build something here. No, he's not going somewhere where they're building something. He's going somewhere where they're good.
Yeah.
Where they're, hey, we need a running back, and you know how to run the ball. Let's team up.
You could see Pollard going out to like Carolina though. Like Pollard being one of those guys.
Yes.
They'd be like, oh, man, Carolina.
And then I'm done with them.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God. It's such a train wreck out there. If there's a team that needs to be relegated to like the XFL or USFL, whatever it's called now.
UFL.
It's them. Yeah. They need to be relegated. And it used to be Jacksonville. Like people talk about how bad Jacksonville was. Now it's Carolina. Yeah. They're awful.
So
they're
bad,
terrible.
So bad. But yeah, that's your top 10 free agents, running backs right now. It's a good list. We'll see where they land. Maybe as these guys start to land on teams, we'll come on here and be like, hey, what do you think?
Yep.
Do you like them? Do you not like it? What do we got? But guys, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you smash that follow button, hit that like, and we love you. As always, I'm Alan.
Rapper Dave.
Talk to you guys later. Deuces. Thank you for listening to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast.